Hi, Caleigh. Okay, so just making a quick video here for you. Just going to watch part of your one of your shifts in the first half. You were on the left side. You've just been switched over to the right side. Okay, so I'm just going to go over some of the things here. So we'll just watch a bit of your play, and I'll comment on it as we go. Okay, so this one here is a good example of where I don't want you slowing down. Okay, so this ball's up in the air. Run, 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 run. Get there. Okay. This is going to end up working out for you anyways, but you have a tendency sometimes to stop and to let these players, and not just you, but you're letting these players control the ball. They're seeing out of the corner of their eye that you've slowed down, so now they have less pressure. Okay. That's when you charge in there, right? We don't want to jump in when they have control of the ball. When they don't have control of the ball and it's bouncing, you need to get yourself in there. Okay. Again, your positioning was pretty good, right? You were getting into space for the most part. So once we've lost possession of the ball, very important, yeah, just drop back. Oh, I think this is a water break here. Okay, so that's that. So in this situation, just hold, right? They want to go to this player. So one thing I don't want you to do is don't run over to them right away. Just be holding. This is good. Like just hold and look. She panicked and she kicked it away. And that's simply because of where you were positioned. Okay. If you run right to that player, you're going to make that player's decision easy. Easy. Okay. Now here. So Nicole's just throwing the ball to you. This should be a tap back to Nicole. This is nice and open. Instead, you're just kicking it. Okay. So I know you got a player in your back, right? So it's can be, that pressure there can cause a bit of panic, but it should just be your first instinct. And it's something that when we're going into these throws, you need to be thinking about before the throw's even made. Like, hey, if it comes to me, I'm going to just tap it back to her, especially when you have your back to the play. Okay. Right. It helps too. I don't know if Nicole called there or not, but it helps too if the defender calls for it. Yeah, so this is good. Again, you're coming into the play, right? Now, obviously, that was a foul. Yeah, so try to avoid that. I know this is kind of a quick play, so it's hard to react because your momentum's already going that way. It gets knocked. She has her back to you. Don't run in there. Okay, that's where you jockey, and as soon as you see her pass it, you immediately drop off because that's usually what the reaction is going to be is a kick. Okay, so our defense had a big issue last night at some points with these giant gaps, which was not good. So what you should be doing too when you're running back, because right now your positioning is fine, right? I don't have a problem with it. Is taking quick peeks, seeing if there's big gaps there. You may end up having to fill it temporarily, okay? And you'll see why. Because right now, see this player? Look where she's going to run into now. Okay, so she's no longer looking to pass here. She's going to want to pass into there. Maybe wasn't the best pass, could have led her a little bit. But yeah, keep an eye out for that. Okay, and just stay in between that gap. Don't allow them to have another passing lane. Yeah, so this is good. Come across the field, stay in space. Okay. What I don't want though is don't go too far over. Okay. So on when we're on these football fields, it's good because you have these markings. But basically, you're getting close to half, not quite at the halfway point, and I mean like half as in down the middle half. Okay. So these lines are a good guideline, right? That's about as far as you need to go. Okay. Don't need to go in any further, right? So you don't really need to be in the middle. Okay. And space, exploit the space, pull wider. Okay. When we get too tight with these players here, they're not too concerned about us. As soon as we get into space, you might pull this player out. Okay. This player may go for you, which then opens the passing lane back if we need it. when you're staying in close like this, not only is it a case of if you had a got a ball played to you there, you're not going to have as much time to react because they're close. All right, that's one thing. Um, but again, we want to pull players out. We need to be in space, right? So don't go all the way over to the middle. Stay in the space here, right? Players can make passes over here, all right? And when you receive them, you'll have more time to go. Okay, so this is a free kick, so I'm just going to skip ahead here. So, yeah, it didn't work out very well. Yeah, so I saw you went for a run up there. But now this needs to be sprint. Okay. And again, I know you referred to your cardio might not be up to the way that it needs to be because you were on vacation, and that's understandable. Okay. But this is where I was like, hey, I need you to run back. Okay. Understand this, that even Izzy and Ava have their moments where they don't run back as far as they should. They don't come back to help like they should. So, this is not just something that you do. Okay. Um, but obviously something you need to be very more aware of. And if you hear me yelling your name to come back, like that's what I'm telling you. You're basically not where you need to be. Okay. Yeah. So Natalia did good to win the ball back there, but it was a little too short in that area to be trying to play that kind of pass that she played to. So not much she could have done there. So one thing I like that you were doing here on these throws is, yeah, staying back and covering this space. Again, if this girl throws short to here, you're going to get there, right? If you come in with this player and they throw it over your head, now you're racing her, okay? Something that, a lot of our girls are still struggling to understand that, right? They want to go up and they want to mark the player, and then the ball gets thrown over their head, and then they're turning and they're chasing. So by you staying there, that limits them. They're not going to get that over your head run into the box. Okay. So good job on that. Yeah. So this is where I'm wondering, again, you're still back here, right? Yeah. Like there should have been, you could have been making a run down that wing, right? If you're making a run down that wing, that ball gets played there instead of that. Like really, that got wasted. So run, call for the ball, right? Call for the ball here instead. Yeah. It just got wasted, right? Not the best idea. That pass. So you need to be there. Okay, you need to be there. You need to want that ball. Like, listen, I'm thinking about that game against the OPDL team. Where did you score from? That side with your left foot, right? That's that opportunity. Ball gets played to you there, Caleigh. That's your chance. Okay, I think that's pretty good for now. Yeah, run. Yeah, there we go. Good. Yeah, and try not to panic in those situations and just kick the ball. Okay. Like that's where I want like one control touch forward and then look to send that pass, right? It's going to be a lot more accurate, more likely to cause trouble. Okay. All right. I think that's good enough for now. Um, again, if you have any questions about this video, about the other video, please let me know. I'm always here to help. Okay. And one thing I want you to understand is that you are an extremely skilled player, and I'm trying to get the most out of you. I'm trying to get you to work as hard as you can on the field. So there are going to be times where if I see you're not working to the pace that I want you to be at or I think you should be at, I'm going to call out to you, hey, come on, let's go, get it going. Caleigh, come back. I'm going to get on you because the only way you're going to have a future in soccer is by understanding that you have those responsibilities and that you have to move. Okay. I could put you up as a forward and you could get away with a lot of that stuff, but I don't want to do that. I think you're way too athletic and too good with your crosses and your corners to not be someone who could play on the outside mid. And when you get older, you go to a college tryout, there's going to be like tons of forwards there. There's going to be a little bit of midfielders and a little bit of defenders. Okay. So you don't want to be saying, well, I'm a forward and that's who you're competing with, because then you're looking at competing with some of the, elites, when it comes to skills and 1v1 stuff. Right. And that's who those coaches are going to look at. If you can play as a midfielder, if you can understand the rest of the game, which is a much harder position, okay, and show, oh wow, look, this girl can cross. Oh look, she's got a left foot. Oh, she can take corners. Oh, look at her run because you're a fast player as well. Okay. And then if they see that on the defensive side, you understand your job to track back, to help out, and how to deal with those things. Okay. How to put pressure on the player when the ball's in the air, all that kind of stuff. That's what's going to get you over the edge. Okay. So I'm going to continue to push you to be at your best. Okay. I know it can be overwhelming. It's a high pressure sport, okay? But I'm going to help you get through it, all right? And I'm going to push you through it. And listen, anytime, talk to my RI. You want any help, or if you're not sure if something's going well, or if you just need some reassurance that what you're doing on the field or your positioning, if it's good, go ahead and ask, okay? Anytime, all right? Okay, Caleigh. Anyways, have yourself a good night, and we will see you Saturday morning.